I've seen this problem in a lot of companies. Like, kind of Wall Street actually does this style, and it's definitely not the right way to do it. Is when you go to analyze a deal, you want to stay very high level, and you want to keep yourself high level as a discipline, and not allow yourself to go into in-depth underwriting until you have nailed down the high level back of the envelope, that you know that is solid. You do not waste any more time going down, because that's how you make mistakes. Once you start losing the high level and you get into the weeds, you start to first you create sunk cost fallacy problems, which affects everybody, which is whenever you dedicate some time to stuff, you have a tendency to dedicate more time, and you have a tendency to value that more than you should and not walk away. So by staying high level, it allows you to walk away, it allows you to analyze more deals, and it avoids you falling into a tangential detail trap, where you get caught up in this one thing and you forget about this big major problem that you should have figured out on the high end of things. For example, I'm pretty quick on making a decision on investments. Sometimes within a few minutes, but the reason why is because I stay high level, and I've done so as a discipline for some time. And you do go low level and do your underwriting, but you just never do it until you are already pretty almost certain. You've attained certainty that the high level information is accurate and it's a good deal based on that information. Your high level key assumptions of how not to lose money and how you will in the long run make a lot of money for investors. Once you've attained that through your high level information, then you go down and do the underwriting. But in the past, I would see all this underwriting done, all this other stuff. Is just not the way to do it. And then when you go over errors that were made, when I've reviewed errors that were made in the past, I would go over and pull their stuff on emails and see what they were saying and doing, and it's just same. They fall into those traps. They just start getting lost in all this underwriting, And underwriting also, every time there's underwriting, it's always better to just go to the key assumptions and just figure those out, and you know pretty much right away whether the underwriting is correct. And maybe if it could be wrong, there could be a technical problem with it, actually. But if the key assumptions are accurate, generally it's just a flow through down. Underwriting is important, the thorough underwriting, but you just do it as a last step. And at that point, you're really vetting it out to make sure before we execute that we're going to buy this thing. And there you might find something off that was a critical element, and then we just the deal's out. And you move on to the next one. The other most important investment principle is the 4-letter word in investing, and that is next. Just next deal. Just move on. Same thing I was saying with the talent side. When we're hunting on talent, just always have next in mind. If it's not a good fit, just next on the next one. Because otherwise you get stuck on I got to get this thing. It's nah, just always something else out there. So.